Hello and a very warm welcome. Charles Leclerc gets his first pole at the Bahrain qualifying. Charles Leclerc on pole. The first time we've ever said that. I'm so happy for him. He gets to show his talent. Let's hope Ferrari actually don't bring team orders bullshit in tomorrow and Leclerc can actually fight for the win. But he's on pole. Into Q1 we go. Grosjean. He's going to get a penalty, 100%. Clearly blocks Lando Norris. Grosjean will be getting a penalty. He qualified 8th. He'll be starting about 11th. Shocking piece of driving. I mean, what was he doing? I have no idea. Ferrari, mighty, 1 second faster at times. I mean, Ferrari, they were dominant in testing, nowhere in Australia, and they're dominant in Bahrain. And then the major shot, Nico Hülkenberg, been in the top 6, top 7 all weekend, and he gets knocked out in Q1. A mega shock. Norris, once again, P4, phenomenal, and Leclerc, fastest overall. Q2, Leclerc does a 1:28. He's just on it all the time, Charles Leclerc. Again, fastest. Very competitive in the midfield. And once again, Pierre Gasly has a horror show. Knocked out in Q2. Last week it was Q1. This week it's Q2. As a Red Bull driver, you have to win a race. And he just looks nowhere. Ever since he joined Red Bull, he's looked absolutely nowhere. He's under pressure, big time. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues performing like this. He will not be keeping his seat, 100%. Ricciardo outqualifies Hülkenberg, is 11th. Into Q3, both McLarens in Q3. Alonso is at the track, and both McLarens in Q3. Positive signs. Magnussen has just been sensational, 28.7, unbelievable in the Haas. So, on pole, well, my qualifying star has to be Charles Leclerc / Kevin Magnussen. Bahrain qualifying, Leclerc first pole, Magnussen amazing, Hülkenberg major shock. So in we go. P1, the Monegasque, Charles Leclerc deserves it. Been quickest all weekend, phenomenal. He's a massive talent, a future world champion, and I hope he can fight for the win tomorrow. I don't want to see 20 laps in. They pit Vettel first and they shaft Leclerc out the win. I don't want to see any of that bullshit. Let them battle it out and let's see if Leclerc really can beat Vettel on pure pace. Sebastian Vettel only had one run in Q3. He finishes second. We'll obviously be disappointed with that. Lewis Hamilton, P3. I mean, when do you ever see Mercedes battered like this? We've never seen it in the hybrid era. Ferrari absolutely have taken Mercedes to school. Hamilton 3rd, Bottas 4th. Max, P5. Best of the rest, Kevin Magnussen, the Danishman, outstanding by the Dane. McLaren, positive, as I said. Carlos Sainz, horror show in Australia in qualifying, but he's 7th. Romain Grosjean, 8th. Under investigation, 100% will be getting a penalty. What he did to Norris, I have no idea. Move over to the left, let Norris through. You follow Norris down the pit straight, you get a massive toe to start your lap. Brain dead by the Frenchman. Kimi Räikkönen, the oldest man on the grid, starts 9th. Lando Norris, he's out of... We're only 2 race weekends in, but he's impressed me so far out of all 20 drivers. He seems brilliant over one lap. Of course, he's out-qualified by his Spanish teammate, but he's really impressed me. 11th, Daniel Ricciardo. He out-qualifies his teammate, but won't be happy with that. P11, doesn't get in the top 10 again. Alexander Albon beats his teammate and beats a Red Bull. He's P12. Gasly, another horror show. I mean, it's not good enough. This is not good enough. You're driving a Red Bull. Max is in P5. You're P13. You had a horror show in Australia. You had a horror show in Bahrain. And you've been beaten by a Toro Rosso. You had a better qualifying last year in a Toro Rosso than you have in a Red Bull. Unbelievable. Sergio Perez, the Mexican, will start 14th. Danny Kvyat, 15th. Never went out in Q2. Just accepted fate. Giovinazzi will start 16th. The Italian. Once again, we're going to see this time and time again all season. Raikkonen, fastest in qualifying, faster in the race. The biggest shock of all today, Nico Hülkenberg, the German, top 6, top 7, all weekend in practice, and then bang, out in Q1. Wow, wow, wow. Lance Stroll, after his world-class race in Australia, he's 18th. Wow. Back to his Williams day, qualifying that far down. And then, of course, we've got Williams, the iconic team, used to winning races and championships, and now they're the worst team on the grid. They're an embarrassment, humiliation, as bad as Caterham, HRT and Espana. They're so far off the pace, it's a disgrace. George Russell, you can only judge these two on your teammate. Russell 19th, Kubica 20th. Again, Russell for the second weekend consecutively beats Kubica. Kubica's got to start beating Russell. I love Robert Kubica, but he has to start beating Russell in qualifying in the race. It's just, he has to start beating him, because otherwise Kubica's going to be in trouble. And I don't want to see that, because I like Robert Kubica. There we have it, Bahrain qualifying done. Leclerc gets his first ever pole in F1, his first Ferrari pole. Let's hope he's allowed to fight, and we've not got bullshit team orders. I don't know though, because what we saw in race 1, team orders in the first race, I mean, it's tickle your forehead and call yourself Rory. I mean, what are we doing? We want to see them race. Hopefully Ferrari let them race. No bullshit team orders. And honestly, I think tomorrow, race reaction, I'll be doing Charles Leclerc race winner. I hope that's what I'm doing, because obviously I want Hamilton to win, but that's no chance. Ferrari are going to win easily. So, Leclerc, first ever pole in F1, elated for him. Magnussen's amazing, and Hülkenberg major shock. Qualifying reaction done for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Look out for race reactions and driver ratings. The Monegasque is on pole. Charles Leclerc, get in there. I'm happy for him. Future world champion. That's good to see. His mechanics look really excited for him. Leclerc's a wonder star. Outstanding. Outstanding by the Monegasque.